All right, here's how it goes. Here we go. We're doing this. We're gonna start on this, where I'll go from each hat. So this list is in order of when they were released, and it's got some like little facts, little tidbits about them. What update they're released in, if they're paintable, whether they're Halloween only, and then some notes on them. And I added those because some of those things, in my opinion, factor into how cool the hat is. If a hat can't be painted, that inherently makes it shittier. It just does. It won't factor in everything, but like, and depending on how it can be painted, can make it way cooler. So, and okay. Also, another thing that needs to be laid down here: how these things pair with other hats is not factored in at all. Okay, I don't have the brain power or the time to think about every freaking combination, all of the 15,000 ways these hats can be paired with one another. No factor whatsoever, and also no factor whatsoever about whether they can be unusuals. Unusual effects mean nothing in this tier list. Absolutely nothing, okay? So please don't be like, oh my god, I can't believe you didn't put this hat with this hat. They look so good together. I don't care. This is only how they look on their own. That's it. That's it. And you're going to see a lot of bias from an old school sniper main. Bun just said the Panama is shit, and I hear what he's saying. Listen, I hear ya. The Panama's pretty boring. It's not paintable. It's boring. The Panama is going to be S tier. So get ready when the Panama is S tier, all right? Get ready to be angry at me. All right, here we go. We're starting. First one, trophy belt. Came out. This was the first original. This was the OG TF2 sniper hat. There was no other hats at a time other than this one variant, and it's literally just this little tiny stupid thing on it, and it is paintable. And the funny thing is that you can do you can have it so it's, if you have the hat turned off or whatever it is with some other hats, it can just be the little trophy ring around its head, which is kind of funny looking. This thing, man, I don't remember. I'm going to try not to think about where I put these in my original tier list because I want this to be as objective as possible. I'm thinking about the trophy belt. This thing's pretty cool. I don't hate it. It's really boring, but it's OG. I'm putting it in A. I'm putting it in A because it is literally the first. It's the first time they said, okay, we're going to make a tiny list. A tiny list to this, all right? It's getting an A. Shut up. Listen, immediately someone said S tier and then someone says B tier. So can't please them all. Next one's a Master's Yellow Belt. One of 3 hats that came out in the Classes update. We all know it's paintable. And look, I got a little tidbit of information here. It was awarded in genuine quality to players who purchased the Red Sniper action figure. The Master Yellow Belt is, I don't know, another old school hat. Paintable, funny, it's covered in pee. That's amusing to me. I don't know, I think, I said I wasn't going to say how it pairs with other things. B tier. B tier, just because it's just a bandana thing. It's nothing crazy, but it's a classic, okay? Every sniper has had the Master's Yellow Belt at some point, all right? Okay, that's just how it is. All right, Professionals Panama. This is my hat, boys. This was the first ever random sniper hat drop I ever received in game, and you know, it's been a part of the Jbird aesthetic since then. Listen, it's nothing fancy, all right? But goddamn, does it get the job done? Okay, look at it. It's beautiful. It's brown. It's kind of yellow. It's not paintable. Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, next one is Ritzy Rick's Hair Fixative. Non-paintable. Came out in the same classless update. These were the first 3 sniper hats in an update after the trophy belt. I have no bias or nostalgia for this hat. I'm not a big fan of no hat variants. This thing's boring. I remember a friend of mine got this hat as their first ever random hat drop, and I remember they were pissed. They're like, oh my god, I just got a random drop, like my first ever hat drop in TF2, and it's not a hat. It's just hair. It's just hair. Oh, I remember how upset he was. I think this is a funny hat. I'm glad no hat variants exist. This one's not for me. It's in C tier, and it only makes C tier, in my opinion, because of the fact that it's OG. Shooter Solotopy. This came out in the first community update. It is paintable. I hate this hat. This is probably one of my least favorite hats in all of TF2. The only reason I don't want to put it in F tier is because this like mech version of it, I want to make worse, but this is an F tier hat. I just really hate the look of this hat. It's like weirdly tall and it's not shaped properly. It makes you look like an egg. I don't know. I just really dislike this hat. I'm sorry if you like this hat. It's boring and ugly. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. Moving on. Bloke's bucket hat came out in the second community update. It's paintable, but only the little band in the middle, so nothing crazy. I have no interesting facts for it. This one's okay. If you ever asked me who the sniper I like looked up to and like played a lot with and tried to emulate my game after, it was a guy named Enryu. So Enryu was somebody who used to be in all the same like 24/7 double cross players I used to play in. All right, Vardion, here's your story time. So he wasn't a competitive player really. He was literally he was basically the pub stomper I am today essentially. He also could play competitive great. Yeah, Smokey knows Enryu. Enryu was a god gamer. This dude was the best sniper I ever played against back then in casual. He was good at everything TF2 related. I played on a bunch of competitive teams with him after. Very chill dude, just like stoic, not a talkative guy, just a cool dude. And he was just a beast. And he was just the dude when I played in like those community servers. I wanted to be Enryu, and you know, I wasn't best friends with him, but we talked a lot. He was actually here's a story within a story. When I unboxed a Haunted Ghost Tippler's Tricorn, I believe, a demo hat, my first ever unusual unbox, I gave it to him, and he turned that into my Sunbeams Panama. So he was the reason I ended up having the Sunbeams Panama and loving that effect and that hat so much. So a story within a story. Vardion, take it easy. Have a great night. So this all has a point. The Bloke's Bucket, he had a Searing Plasma, I believe, Bloke's Bucket hat. And while I don't love the design of this hat, I thought he was so cool, so he made this hat seem so cool. So he wore this hat, and it was the first unusual, his only unusual, and I just thought it was dope. So I'm like, I don't know, he just made it look cool. So B tier. B tier because Enryu made it cool. And it's, I think it is actually a cool hat. I like the gone fishing kind of look. Ooh, this is going to be, people are going to be torn on this one. Old Snaggletooth. So Old Snaggletooth is obviously the crocodile hat. I don't like it. I have PTSD from this stupid hat because obviously when this hat first came out, it was part of the set that made you unkillable from headshots. And my brain is just programmed to see this hat and hate this hat. Oh, I hate this hat. Does anybody, I don't know if you guys even played back then, all right? But when set bonuses were a thing, you could run Sydney Sleeper, this hat, the Danger Shield. It was Sydney Sleeper, this hat, and the Danger Shield. And as long as you had more than 1 health, you could a headshot could not kill you. Could not kill you. So this hat was just cancer. I hate this hat. I hate this hat. Aesthetically, I'm going to put it in C because aesthetically, it's not bad. It's a pretty cool hat, and it does fit the sniper aesthetic. But goddamn, I have PTSD from this stupid hat. All right. So if you want my true feelings on this, is probably aesthetically it should be higher, but goddamn it, I hate this goddamn hat. So what are we on? We're on the Lyric and Robin. Lyric and Robin. I don't know. I don't. You know what? I don't even know where it is here. I don't hate the Lyric and Robin because I'm going to stray a little bit out of my rules that I said at the beginning of the stream, where I said that I'm not going to compare these hats on the basis of, like, I don't know, how they pair with other ones. But the Lyric and Robin, if you pair it with, like, a Huntsman, and there are a couple other cosmetics that go cool with this, where you can make, like a Robin Hood set, which is, like, super lame sounding when I say that out loud. But I think this hat has its place. I think this hat's okay, honestly. Maybe slightly underrated. I don't see many people using it. I'm going to put it in B. I don't hate it. It's not even paintable. Came out in the Australian Christmas update. If it was paintable, that would probably up it, even if it was just the feather. But honestly, not a bad hat. Croc leather slouch. Came out in the replay update. It's paintable. The whole hat is paintable, but not the band. That's kind of dope because that's a big hat. That gives you can paint a lot of that thing. I don't hate this hat. I feel like I've never used it, and like I don't love it, but this thing's actually kind of dope. I feel like you can make a dope ass set with this. You know what? I'm gonna put this thing in A tier because you could paint it any color you want. I think that's pretty baller. I think this thing's like the cool version of the Panama. I just love the Panama too much to not put it where it is, and I don't think this is an S tier hat. I'm gonna put it in A. Not a bad hat. Not a bad hat. All right, here we go. We're on the Villain's Veil. Listen, go ahead. Call me a basic bitch. Villain's Veil's S tier. I'm not even giving you an explanation, all right? The only thing... Okay, here's the only distinction. This hat is only S tier when you are not using the skull decal on it. When you make it skull decaled, F tier, okay? This is the only hat that has 3 different tiers within itself. Skull decal, F tier. I think maybe it's called like the assassin one that I use that's just like the little... has like some of the little dots on it, S tier. And then the one that's just plain is A tier. That's how it goes, all right? Desert Marauder came out in the Uber update. It is fully paintable. This hat's cool. This cat is like, I think of it with the Bizarre Bargain. It's fully paintable, so you can make it like lime green or pink or whatever the hell you want. This hat's doper than I've never used it, but this hat's actually okay. I don't love it, but I think it's a cool design. B tier. B tier, fully paintable, probably some interesting loadouts you can make out of it, just not my favorite. Here we go, folks. We've made it. We're into the Anger, okay? It was a promotional item. If you bought Brink, apparently you got this hat in Genuine. The Anger was awarded in Genuine quality to players who purchased Brink. Later, it was awarded in Unique quality to players who purchased the QuakeCon bundle before August 6th, 2012. Wow, that is dating this hat a lot. This hat came out pre-2012. That's nuts, man. It's paintable, but only the cowl, not the actual mask part of it. Listen, we all know the stereotypes, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I've never watched a stereotypes video, but we all know what the stereotypes of the Anger are. There, Panda Man says it right there. Edgy, overused sniper hat. But here's something you gotta remember. Things get overused or considered edgy because they're used a lot, because people like them, because they're interesting and cool. If nobody used this hat, everyone here saying it's edgy and overused would be like, I use the Anger, underappreciated hat, but it's pretty dope looking. And yeah, and the funny thing is now no one uses it because it has this opinion of being edgy and overused. So, I don't know. It's, I think design-wise, to be honest, I don't love its design. I think it's cool. I'm sorry to Cadexa in advance. All right, so we're putting the Anger. We're doing it. We're putting it on the list. The Anger, this is a cop-out. The Anger is B tier, okay? It's a moderately cool-looking hat, all right? And maybe it's edgy. Maybe it's overused. It's still kind of cool-looking, all right? If this were in a vacuum and you'd never seen any of these hats before, you'd be like, oh, cool-looking scarecrow hat. Pretty dope. You look like a wizard. So there you go. Deal with it. We're moving on to the Sniper's Sniping Glass. This was a promotional item, and my note is it was rewarded to participants of the Defense of the Ancients 2 Championship in 2011. So what? I think 2 dudes maybe have that. Who got it from that? That is the weirdest promotional item ever. I've never heard of that game in my life. Defense of the Ancients 2. Maybe it's more popular than I'm getting. Wait, Defense of the Ancients. That's Dota. Oh my god. Never mind. That's Dota. Okay, it's Dota. A lot of people played this. Okay, I get it. Never mind. I probably should have put Dota in the thing. I didn't know that's what Dota stood for. I honestly... Who plays this stupid Defense of the Ancients 2 game? What a stupid little game. I'll bet there's like 10 people. It's like Artifact or something. Alright. Apologies. I didn't know that was Dota. Interesting. So a Dota-related hat. Maybe a hot take. I think this hat's dope. I think this hat's really cool. I'm surprised I don't have this hat. It's cool. It's like little glasses and shit. I don't know. I think this thing's awesome. This thing's an A tier hat, in my opinion, for sure. Crocodile Smile came out in the Maniversary update. It is not paintable. It apparently has no interesting facts that I wanted to write down about it. It's just the teeth of a crocodile in a not very visible necklace that when you wear it, you can't really see it. I'm sorry, Skinny. The Crocodile Smile is it is my first D tier. All right, we're on the Swagman Swatter. Came out in the Maniversary update. One of 3 hats come out in the same update. It's paintable. The band doesn't paint, the hat does. I don't know. I'm torn on this one. I like the alliteration in Swagman Swatter. I feel like you probably make a cool set. I know there's some like camp. No, that's for the Bushman's Boonie. See, here's where I think the Bushman's Boonie, which comes up, it's right here, which comes up a little bit later. I think the Bushman's Boonie is a better version of this hat in every single way. This thing's just boring. There it is. I'm not a fan of this hat. I'm not going to lie. It's not the worst thing. It's totally fine. I think it's a C tier hat. Paintable, so you can probably make it a little cooler, but I don't dig it. I don't dig it. Not for me. All right, here we go. We're on to another non-hat variant, all right? Your worst nightmare. Here's here's what makes this hat as cool as is. My little painted note is that it has 2 styles. In style 1, you can paint the bandana of this hat, and in style 2, you can paint the hair. The fact that you can paint the hair on this set, and it has 2 styles, this is an A tier hat. This thing's dope. That is a really good, I think this is just a really good hat. This is probably my favorite no hat, like the no hat variant of all of them. I think this one's really good. The fact that you can paint your hair pink or green or whatever, that's awesome. So I think that's dope. All right, here we go. We're coming up to maybe the garlic flank steak. It's a Halloween. The next 3 hats are all Halloween only, which in my opinion automatically brings them down a tier. That will be another one of my rules. If this is a Halloween only or full moon only item, instant tier drop. So any S tier Halloween only item is then an A tier, because you just can't wear it all the time, and that's stupid. The first one is the garlic flank steak. This is one of the worst cosmetics in all of TF2. I don't care that you're supposed to pair it with the rest of these things. This thing is hot trash. It doesn't look like anything. It's so nothing, I can't even find it. There it is. That is my second F tier item. This thing's dumb. I don't like this set. I don't like the actual set itself isn't bad. We'll move on to the Holy Hunter, which also came out in this thing, is dope. This thing's cool as hell. Where is it? This thing's sick looking. Look at that. It's got blood all over it. That's a cool hat, all right? So, but like, you even pairing this with the garlic flanks, it doesn't make the flank steak any better, all right? I just don't like it. This hat's awesome. It would be an A tier, but because it's Halloween only, in my opinion, that drops it a tier. That's a B tier hat, but I think it's very cool. And the last one I think is called the Silver Bullets. Yeah, last one's called the Silver Bullets. Where's this thing? This thing, it's not F tier, I guess. It's really damn close, but at least it's bullets. It's like, I don't know, somewhat sniper related in some regard. That's a D tier. Might have been a C tier at one point, but it drops down because it's Halloween. Don't like it. Don't like it. This whole set, butts, except for the one hat. Now we're on, oh, here we go. Outback Intellectual. Need I say more? This is like one of my favorite cosmetics of all time. So good. You get a little pipe with it. It's paintable. It's argyle. It's very distinct. I love the cosmetics that are like shirts because they're like, I feel like they're all very unique and interesting. This is an S tier. As soon as I can find it with my eyeballs, there it is. This baby's S tier all day long. Just a dope ass argyle shirt. All right. Yeah, you get the smoke. It's awesome. All right, Bushman's Boonie. This is a promotional item for playing Jagged Alliance back in action. It's paintable, everything but the band. I like the Bushman's Boonie a lot. I actually super dig this hat. I like it. I don't like camo stuff usually, but this hat's cool. I don't know. I just complained about this little tassel thing on hats, but I think this one's much less notable. I think this hat's dope. Paint it any color you want. Customize. I like this hat a lot. So, all right, we moved on to the Fruit Shoot. I feel like the Fruit Shoot is like, this was the first Steam Workshop item that was ever released. I feel like the Fruit Shoot it's a meme item. It's obviously not ugly, but it's an apple. It's an apple on your head. I I'm going to have trouble placing this for me because I think it's hilarious. This is one of those weird ones where I have to find a way to balance the fact that it's both memey, it's like a great meme hat, but it's also just an ugly apple. I don't know where to put this one. You can paint the apple, that's good. I think the fruit shoot is B tier. I apologize to all you fruit shooters out there, fruit shoot mains. I don't have a meme tier. I don't have a meme tier, but I'm going to, that's the thing. This is a good meme hat. There are bad meme hats. This is a good meme hat. So it gets boosted up. You're right, the arrow does make it really dope, Xanda. Like, the arrow helps. I'm gonna put it at B. I don't use it often. I think it's a funny hat. I really like it, but it's still just an apple at the end of the day. So B. B for me, stays there. Flamingo Kid. I hate this hat. I hate this hat. I hate this stupid hat. F tier. I don't know if that's... I hate it. I hate this stupid hat. I'm sorry. People like this hat? I don't know. Is that... I don't know. I didn't think... Is it paintable? It's not even paintable. I don't know, man. I don't dig this hat at all. This hat falls into the bad meme category, in my opinion. It looks too much like a kid dressing up as a cowboy for Halloween, in my opinion. I don't know. All right, we're moving on past the Flamingo Kid to the Liquidator's Lid. I love the Liquidator's Lid, okay? Paintable, came on the Pyromania update. This hat is dope. I don't know why I love this hat so much. I just think this hat is this is just a suave-ass hat, man. I like this thing a lot. Ooh. A tier. It's not S. It can't be S. I don't love it that much. I think it's a really good hat. It's paintable too. I don't know. I think it's a cool hat. I think you make some cool lotos with that. All right. After the Liquidator's Lid, we're moving on to another one of my least favorite hats. The Lone Star. Whatever. I get it's got a funny beard. It's paintable, but when it's paintable, only the beard is paintable. I don't like this hat. I really dislike this hat. I don't think it's F tier. This is a D tier. Actually, D tier hat. All right, one of the Bolted Bushman. Disclaimer, for all of these, I think all of these robot hats, I hate them. I absolutely hate them. The Bolted Bushman, I can't think of a more boring design you could possibly make for an item. This thing's an F tier. It's just Sniper's hat, but metal. It's done. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's just a metal hat. Stupid. Hate it. Stupid and hate it. All right? That's my harshest opinion. Stupid and hate it. And look at that. Right after a garbage hat, you get the absolute gem that is the Koala's Compact. I'm going to be very biased towards animal-related cosmetics, okay? I apologize ahead of time if you don't like them. Okay, thanks, Skinny. I love the animal cosmetics are amazing. Almost all of them are so good. The Koala's Compact is absolutely no exception. And this is just a little thing. This is written in all of my animal-related things, but it's something I did not know. Just a funny little tidbit. When players equipped with this item kill an enemy unassisted by another player, the kill feed shows everyone in Pyroland that it gets the assist with its custom name if it has one. So if you're in Pyroland and you kill someone with an animal cosmetic on, like a living animal, it shows, if it's unassisted, that he assisted in the kill. That's adorable. In Pyroland only. Kerbet loves the koala. Listen, the koala is amazing. He's paintable. The koala's hat is paintable. All right, you know what? I don't think this was originally S tier, but his goddamn adorable hat is paintable. That's an S tier hat now. The hat on the koala can be painted. He's so cute. S tier. S tier. Oh, and look at that. The range of emotion I'm experiencing here. We went from the Bolted Bushman and the Lone Star, awful hats, to the Koala's Compact, amazing, and then to the Stovepipe Sniper Shako. Promotional for the Total War series. Okay, so this one had one of my weirdest notes about it. I don't even really know what this means. So my note written down here is that this item was later contributed to the Steam Workshop at Valve's request. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Why did Valve I don't understand. I really don't get that. Also, why? Why was Valve requesting this ugly piece of garbage to be put into the workshop? It's paintable, but only the rope and the feather. Look at this. Look at this whole hat. Look how big this hat is when it's on the sniper's head. Only the rope and the feather can be painted. That's a D tier hat. I strongly dislike the sniper shackle. I apologize. Okay, and look, and we're going right into Sir Hoot's-a-lot. This isn't, so this one's got, I believe it has the 2 variants where it can either be the snowy owl or like the brown owl, which means, so it's not paintable because it has those 2 variants. But what's great is that its eyeballs are paintable, which is like that's a cute little note. I think Sir Hoot's-a-lot is freaking awesome. I love this guy a lot. He's a bird. Whoa. This is going to be really antithetical to the whole Jbird theme. A tier. Not quite S tier. I like him a lot. I don't think he's S tier. I just don't think he's S tier. That's my personal opinion. Really good, not the best. There are better animal cosmetics, and we're getting to them, all right? The Koalas Compact was one of them. Okay, we're on to the Voodoo Curse Sniper Soul. I borderline didn't even want this stupid thing to be in here because it just makes you a zombie. I don't know. It's whatever. It's Halloween only. It's not paintable. My interesting note about it is that all wounds on the sniper's body correlate to specific wounds inflicted by the spy in the Meet the Spy video. So that's neat, right? Like, that's neat. Like, that's funny. That's cool. That's a neat little tidbit of information. I still think this hat blows. Hat. Whatever. It's just a Halloween thing. I don't like Halloween stuff, especially in TF2 aesthetically, that are like classic, like zombie or like rotting flesh. Like, that's just boring to me. F tier. The Cold Killer, it's fully paintable. I don't know. I think the Cold Killer is awesome. I am surprised I've never had this cosmetic before. This thing's dope. You can fully paint it. It's got that James Bond winter level vibe going on for it. Cold Killer's an A tier. I think 100%. After that, we got the Steel Songbird. I don't even know what the stupid thing is. I haven't played BioShock. This thing's not paintable. I guess it's a bird? I don't even know what the stupid thing. I don't know what this is. It's gonna go in D tier just because I guess it's an animal. I don't know. I don't get it. I have no interest in this thing. It's not paintable. It's weird. No interest for me. All right, we're on to the Sydney Straw Boat. This one's interesting. I've had mixed opinions about this hat. When I first saw this hat, I thought it was one of the dumbest, corniest looking hats I've ever seen. As time has gone on, it has strongly grown on me. It's paintable. The band is paintable. That's a nice little touch. And honestly, I think this is like the cool summertime version of the Professionals Panama. I dig this hat. I think this is a cool, cute little sniper variant. I can't put it in A tier though. I just can't. I don't think it's that cool. It's still just like a straw hat. It's okay. It's a B tier for me. I don't hate it. I actually like it. I like it way more than I once did. But just a solid B tier for me. Okay, we're on to the Lech's LED. I think it's cool. I would usually put these robot version hats low on the list, but this is actually a well done one, and for the exact reason that I just stated. It's well done because it's not literally just the Liquidator's lid with a couple bolts in it and metal. It's actually an interesting variation on it. Like, the glasses have become this kind of robotic steampunk look, and it's interesting. I don't know. I don't like it as much as the Liquidator's lid. This is a B tier hat for me. Not quite as cool, but still solid. All right, this thing, I don't know. I hated the Shooter Solotopy, and I don't like robot versions of hats, so obviously that's an F tier. That shouldn't need any more explanation. Soldered Sensei, I really dislike this hat because I don't mind the Master's Yellow Belt at all, and this is just lazy. That's just lazy, man. It's ugly too. It's just ugly and lazy. I don't know. I strongly dislike it. So, apologies to all you robot hat lovers, but boring. Boring. We're on Birdman of Australia Catraz. Okay, so listen. Hot take here, but just because it has the word Birdman in it and my name is Jbird doesn't mean I have to like this hat. In fact, I strongly dislike this cosmetic. Hershey Hole, thanks for the follow. It's fine. I don't hate it. The tassels are paintable, so it's okay. I apologize to Self-Worth because I'm now saying I dislike all of the hats she put in her loadout. I don't know. I just can't dig this hat. It's just a tasseled version of the sniper's shirt. Like, it's fine. C tier. Oh, here we go. All right, so we're on to a very, very solid one. We're on to the Cobra Chameleon. I love this, and like I'm a little biased because yes, I think I have a perfect loadout for this guy. This hat is awesome. This cosmetic's awesome because it sits on your shoulder, and if you can paint it, you can paint it whatever you want, which obviously works great because it's a chameleon. You know, they can camouflage whatever. So you just paint it whatever color the shirt you're wearing is, and he looks like he's camouflaged into your shirt. This is an S tier animal cosmetic in my opinion, and it's on one of my favorite cosmetic loadouts. So I think the Cobra Chameleon's dope. I think he's adorable. S tier. Thanks for the follow, Sheswu. How you doing tonight? The Falconer. I don't get it. I don't understand this thing. Why does anyone... It's just a big ugly oven mitt. I get what it's for. It's for falconry. F tier. Strongly dislike. Strongly dislike the Falconer. Doesn't get much more boring than that item. All right, we're on to the Wetworks. I think I hated the Wetworks at one point, but I actually think this hat is weirdly great. It's just, look at it. It's just like a little, I don't know. I like this hat a lot. I can't really explain it. I think it's a B tier hat. I think it's very solid. It's totally paintable. I just like it. I think it works. I think it fits the sniper aesthetic. I could totally see the sniper character wearing that hat. I think it's cute. It's a cute little bucket hat. I'm a big fan. All right, so we're on to the Brimful of Bullets. This thing has 3 styles, apparently, called the good, the bad, and the ugly. Funny movie reference. I don't like this hat at all. Brimful of Bullets. So boring. D tier. D tier hat. Just an ugly hat variant with no real personality to it, in my opinion. It is long. We'll fly through a few of these. Yeah, Brimful of Bullets sucks. Chronomancer. Not paintable. This thing, I thought this thing was cool, and it's really not bad, but it's not as cool as I originally thought it was. I thought it had more personality to it. It's not paintable at all. I don't know. I like same thing with the Down Under Duster. I think it's B tier because I actually do think it's kind of cool looking, but it could have been so much better. I don't know. I feel like all these jacket variants, this one doesn't have enough personality, enough oomph behind it in its aesthetic design. It's just like, I don't know. It's just to me, but it's still solid. It's good enough aesthetically that I look at it and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. B tier. All right, here we go. And right, I feel like every time we have a very lackluster hat, we're on to Little Snaggletooth, where we go into just an awesome hat. Little Snaggletooth, fully paintable. He's just a cute-ass little alligator. S tier, baby. Easy S tier. You don't have to unfollow Very Epic Gamer. Little Snaggletooth is one of the easier S tiers on this list. Absolutely adorable. I have mine painted yellow, and he's in like this full yellow set. He's gorgeous. I love him. One of my favorites. That brings us to the Carious Chameleon, which is just the Halloween version of the Cobra Chameleon. I don't know. Why would I use this when I can use the Cobra Chameleon? It's kind of interesting. It's kind of skeleton-y. I don't know. C tier. It's one of the better Halloween items in my opinion, because at least it's a cute little animal, but it's still just whatever. The Cobra Chameleon's so much better, and you can wear it year-round, so why would I bother with it, right? All right. Hallowed Headcase. This thing's weird. This thing... It's kind of cool looking, but this may be one of the cosmetics, one of the only cosmetics, I think, for Sniper, where I look at this thing. Where is it? Where is it on my list? Where the hell are you? Here, I can't even find it because it's so, like, nothing to me in my brain. Here it is. I look at this item and I'm like, this isn't a TF2 item. Like, this is some like weird mini boss in like a TF2 side game or something. This has no TF2 vibes. That's F tier. Literally zero row. Like, just, I don't know. This thing has no personality. It's not paintable. It's not Sniper. Why is this Sniper only? I don't understand. I just don't like it. Yeah, it's got the Jason hockey. If this were a hockey mask and you had like some hockey aesthetic going on, that would be dope. But it's not. It's just some wood face. All right, we're on to Sir Hoots a lot. Okay, this one's Halloween only, but my God, it turns you into a bird. My note on it is that the head comes with fully enabled facial flexing for voice commands and responses, and equipping it enables additional voice lines. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty great. That's a lot of extra effort just to make your person a bird head. That's a good item. I think I will not allow myself to put a hat that you can't wear year-round in S tier. I will not allow it. But this is the S tier of Halloween items, A tier of general items, in my opinion. What's going on, Nico? How you doing tonight? So that my if this were a year-round hat, which it shouldn't be, it's too ridiculous, it would be S tier. But it's an A tier just because it's a Halloween-only item, and you can't wear it all the time. Other than that, awesome. So we're on to Randolph, the Blood-Nosed Caribou, and the Smith Caribou, which were both promotional items from the Steam Holiday Sale of 2013. The only interesting note about the Randolph one is that its nose glows the team color. That's cute. All right, so I am rating these antlers as the same item. Even though technically if I had to choose one, obviously I would choose the cool one with the glowing nose, all right? So yes, the Randolph one I think is slightly better, but only because of that. But I'm going to put them on the same scale. I like Christmas aesthetics. I have the big Christmas tree. I have an unusual big Christmas hat. So these are both going to be A tier, I think. I'll make Geffy happy, and this is my honest opinion at this point. Those are both solid A tier hats, I think. So we're moving on past the Caribous, and we're on to the extra layer. All right, listen. Extra layer, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Extra layer, most underrated TF2 cosmetic of all time. There is no more underrated, and I'm not saying underrated as it's like the greatest cosmetic ever. It's super not. It's just like you never see this item used, and I use it in my all Canadian loadout because it's like, oh, he's Canadian, he's cold, he's got a big, he's cold, he's got a jacket on. I'm calling it underrated, but I'm still not going to put this way up my tier list. It's still just a jacket, but I think it's a good jacket, and it really stands out. And it's it's actually a pretty good interesting like kind of chest cosmetic thing. I think it's B tier. Very underrated. Nobody uses this cosmetic. I like it a lot. It's not paintable. Kind of boring, but I don't know. I like this one. I've used it in a lot of sets before. I think it's cool. We're now on to the 5 month shadow. It's paintable. So a beard that's paintable, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. There are like 3 different like facial hair variants I have left to go with. The fact that this is paintable, that's pretty funny. It's still just facial hair, but I kind of respect that you can. The thing I like about the facial hair as opposed to like the non-hat cosmetics is that you can pair this with hats. This is you can still put a hat on with this cosmetic. I think so, at least. Maybe you can't. Whatever. I don't know. The facial hair is okay. You can paint it. That's funny. I think that's B tier. You can paint that something funny. Make a funny loadout. You can? Okay. The fact that you can pair that with a hat, instantly much more solid. All right, we're on to the Golden Garment. This thing is... The Golden Garment, it falls into the same category as the stovepipe. It just makes you look like a band member. Like no offense to all you band members out there. Band is cool. Band it up, all right? If you want to be in band and, tuba and throw that stick in the air, whatever it's called, you do it. But I'm sorry, you don't look cool while you're doing it, okay? And I get strong marching band vibes from these 2 items. They're going to go next to each other to emphasize that. I do not like these items. All right? I apologize. All right, and after that, we move on to the Snow Scoper. This is one of those items I feel like every single person in this chat, you've all seen a sniper with a different painted variant of the Snow Scoper. And there's a 95% chance that they also had the Villain's Veil and probably either a max head or an unusual trophy belt. All right? We've all met that sniper. I'm one of them. I have a whole purple set dedicated to the Snow Scoper and a yellow set because but the reason for that is that the Snow Scoper is awesome. It's a really, 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 really good like jacket variant for the sniper, and it looks cool and it's paintable. I love the Snow Scoper. S tier. That is some basic bitch sniper stuff, but the reason it's so basic and so prevalent is because it looks dope and it pairs with a bunch of other stuff. Snow Scoper's awesome, all right? If you don't have one, you should get it because it looks good with everything. That's just my opinion, but I think it's true. We're on to the Archer's Grounding. These are paintable, which is cool, and they're also shoes. Sniper, it is the only true shoe variant of the Sniper cosmetics that is Sniper only. Only one I have on this list, so unless they've introduced something else, this is it. I don't think these are that great. There are way better shoes. Like, I have those great all-class bird shoes that are amazing. But the fact that there really isn't, there should be more shoes. There should be more Sniper-only shoes cosmetics. I'm going to make this C tier. I don't actually love it, but it's interesting. I wish they did more of that. I wish there were more options for something like that. So, there you go. Shoes, kind of cool. Nothing crazy. Don't love them. After that, these all came into the Strongbox pack, was the update that the Huntsman Essential and the Archer's Groundings were in. I guess it was intended that you wear them as like an archer set or whatever. That's kind of cool. I guess if you wear this Huntsman's Essential, there's no interesting note about it, so there's nothing cool really. It's just a quiver. So it's whatever. What's up? Thanks for the follow. Same thing. It's gonna go right next to the Archer's Groundings. They're whatever. I don't love them. I don't think I would ever use them outside of maybe running the Huntsman and having this like full Huntsman set rolling, but I'm not big on like themed sets really, so I don't really care about that. After that comes the Criminal Cloak. This is a promotional item for, I guess, buying Thief. This thing's boring as hell. It looks like you're wearing just like a brown bag over your shoulders. It's so tiny, you can barely see this thing. This thing sucks. Criminal Cloak, I don't know if people like this item. I don't see many people using it. It's not even paintable. I don't know. Very lackluster item. I'm not a fan of it at all. The Dread Riding Hood is definitely cooler than the cloak. I think this is actually, it's an edgy sniper item, blah, blah, blah. It's not paintable, which I'm okay with because it's a promotional item. It wants to look like that character. This thing's pretty cool. I don't think it's that cool. It's not bad. I'm going to put this in B tier. B tier seems to be my go-to for when I can't totally decide, and that makes sense. It's all right. It's a cool mask. You know, it's got a cool like executioner vibe going on, or thief, whatever you are in that assassin vibe. I don't think it can go any higher than B though, in my opinion. Can't be painted. It's whatever. Don't dislike it, but don't love it. After that, multiple Love and War update items. So the Scoper Smoke, it's paintable. It's paintable, but the only thing that you can paint on it, where is this thing? The only thing you can paint is the cigarette. It's the tiny little itty bitty cigarette coming out of his mouth when he's got this goatee. So the fact that it's paintable is almost means nothing here because the paint, you can't even see it. I don't know. Goatees are funny, I guess. I think goatees are weird. This is the Shroud cosmetic, right? This is the official TF2 Shroud cosmetic, except he doesn't. I don't know if he smokes cigarettes, but I don't know. Goatees are weird to me. They just make you look like a creepy uncle, in my opinion. Some people can pull it off, but like, I don't know. This aesthetic, this thing's fine. It's gonna go right there. It's a facial hair. It's a facial hair cosmetic. What do you want me to do? It can't be that cool. It's not even paintable. Where was I at? I did the Scoper Smoke. We're now on the Triggerman's Tacticals. These are pants. These are just pants. These are sweatpants. You know, Sniper doesn't have a ton of options to just have different pants on, so that's kind of cool. But man, these are just pants. They're not paintable. They're just pants. They're C. They're C tier. They're literally just pants. I'm sorry. I can't say anything else about them. They're cargo pants. Poacher's Safari Jacket. Is this one encouraging poaching? I don't get that. I don't, like, now I'm thinking about this one a little bit, and I don't like that it's called the Poacher's Safari Jacket. I don't like that name at all. What? Don't kill animals. That's terrible. Poachers are awful people. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I don't want to be a poacher. I don't want to wear an item that makes me a poacher. Some like outback rhino killing poaching guy. That's awful. I can't even find where this hat is. Where is this? I guess it's this thing. I don't know. Even if this wasn't evil, I guess. And I think it's just kind of ugly. So Poacher's Safari thing, whatever it's called, I've lost it. Where did I put it? Oh God, it's gone forever. Here it is. Very boring. D tier level of boring. Okay, so we're now into a long list of how many. I can fly through these. We're in the Scream Fortress 6 ones. So this includes the Cranial Conspiracy, Kanga Kickers, Marsupial Man, Marsupial Muzzle, Mr. Mundy's Wild Ride, Roo Rippers, and the Scaly Scrapers. I can get through this one pretty quickly because I don't love Halloween items. Some of these are great, but I think some of them are not so great. Okay, so Cranial Conspiracy. It's paintable, that's great, but it's Halloween only. It's just like carnival face paint for the sniper. This is not cool. This is not cool and will never be cool in my opinion. D tier. Kanga Kickers. So I think I have to put all of these in the same category. The Kanga Kickers, the Marsupial Muzzle, and the Roo Rippers. I am going to put them all under the category of you're turning your sniper into a marsupial. And I think that's hilarious. I love the Marsupial Muzzle. I think it might be my favorite Halloween item. So I have to put all of these in A tier. Individually, obviously the hands would be stupid, but I have to put them all together because of course you would wear them all together in a set. I think the whole marsupial set's just hilarious. So I don't know, I love it. I love the kangaroo or whatever. Yeah, I love the kangaroo face. That's just funny. Marsupial Man, this one's weird. This one's creepy. I don't know how I feel about this one. I get unsettling vibes from this creepy hat. I don't know. I feel like this is someone who would like creep into children's bedrooms at night and like steal them out of their rooms, never to be seen again. I don't like this hat. You're like some evil bunny man? I don't know. C tier. No, D tier. I don't like this thing. I apologize for anyone who likes this thing. I don't get it. It's weird and creepy. I don't like. All right? I'm sorry. I don't dig it. Mr. Mundy's Wild Ride. Listen, I know a lot of people think this ostrich is awesome. And I will say, I do have a note here that the ostrich's facial flexes slightly mimic the sniper's voice lines. That's pretty funny. The fact that he talks when you talk. Okay, that's good. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. It's just ostrich pants. I feel like people want this to be an S tier. It just isn't for me. It's B tier for me. It's good. It's funny. If you could wear it year round, it would probably be A. I don't know, man. I just... I don't know. I think ostriches are ugly. And the last item in this Halloween set is the Scaly Scrapers. This is just, again, these are gloves. These are reptile gloves. D tier. I'm trying to move this along a little bit. Okay, we're on to the Bushman's Bristles. This one's pretty great. This one gives you like some Santa big-ass beard. Oh my god, and it's paintable? This thing's amazing. That's A tier. That beard is A tier. It's pointy, it's large, it's paintable. That's a very good item. I'm a big fan of that. Very big fan of that. All right, we're on the Marksman's Mohair. This one also came from the Smithmas 2014 update. This one's okay. It's like a little kind of furry jacket. Not great, honestly. They're way better. Is it paintable? The shoulders and the neck area are paintable. This one's not bad. B tier. Nothing crazy. Pretty solid. B tier. Professional's Ushanka. I don't get it. Am I the only one who thinks... Maybe I just don't see many people using this, and I'm wrong about it. I think this is a very underrated hat, the Professional's Ushanka. I think it's dope. The eyeballs are paintable. It's like, you know, you got big glowy eyes and a funny Ushanka hat. Like the Heavy's Ushanka is a beloved hat. I think this should be up there. This is an A-tier hat in my opinion. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, because I never see anyone using this. I think this hat's awesome. Okay, so yeah, after that, we're on, Wally Pocket. Oh my god, he's so cute. And he's paintable? Oh my god, he's paintable. And he's so cute. S tier. Mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm gonna pull all the animals together here. These guys are these are the homies right here. Easy S tiers. All right, after that, we're on to the Invasion Community Update. I have mixed feelings on these. The first one is the Corona Australis. This is paintable. The eyeball is paintable. And the eye actually glows in the dark. That's kind of cool. This hat's weird. I don't know where to put it. It doesn't fit anything sniper related. It literally turns you into this weird robot, but it's also really dope. I really like this hat, but I don't know why I like it. But I still think this thing's an A tier. I think it's weird, and I don't know. Part of me hates it, but like this other part of me thinks it's really cool. And I gotta vibe with that part of me. I like this hat. I think it's cool. A tier. Boom. That's how this works. On the other side of it, you get this thing, the Final Frontiersman, which is like some gloves. It's some gloves and some pants. This thing blows. This thing blows. D tier. Get out of here, Final Frontiersman. I don't need you. The Starduster's not bad. Probably cool if you put the Corona. B tier for the Starduster. Cool cape. Unfortunately not paintable. Would be way better if it was. I do think the Scope Spartan is just a better version of the Starduster, though. Sad that it's also not paintable. It's a better version of the Starduster, but I don't think it's A tier. It's going to be in B. If I were to separate things within this tier, it would be higher up than the Starduster, but it's not A. It's just a cape, and you can't paint it, so it's not that great, honestly. Okay, we're on to the Archer Sterling. I don't get this. I don't get this. This is one of the ugliest sniper cosmetics in the entire game, in my opinion. That's a solid F tier. Maybe you can make some funny Huntsman loadout with it. I don't know. That hat blows. I don't like it. I don't mind the Down Under Duster. It's a little boring. I think there are better jacket variants that you can get. I would put the Down Under Duster in C tier. Just kind of too boring for me. The paintability's okay. I just think there are better like jacket related cosmetics you can get. That one just doesn't tickle me in the right way. The Gilded Guardian, I've got one. I always read the little note I made about them. The Gilded Guardian, the class emblems on the sleeves are replaced with an emblem of 3 arrows pointed up. Okay, interesting little tidbit, I guess, on the Gilded Guardian. This thing's okay. The trim is paintable, so that's kind of cool. I actually don't hate this thing. I'll bet you can make some cool loadouts with it. We're going B tier for the Gilded Guardian. Hawk-Eyed Hunter. This thing is paintable, just the lens. Kind of a poor man's version of the Sniper Sniping Glass and like Letch's LED. I don't know. I don't love this one, but it's pretty cool. It's not bad. You can probably make some fun loadouts with it. You got like a Tom Clancy Splinter Cell thing going on there. We'll give it B tier. Kind of paintable, but not really. Not the worst thing in the entire world. We're on the Bait and Bite. I don't get this thing. You can paint it at least. The fish is paintable, but it's just a fish. I guess if you're going to work out something, like maybe with the Wetworks and something else, you can make like a... I think the Wetworks and the Triggerman's Tacticals and this, you can make like a funny sniper fisherman loadout, but I don't know. That's D tier. It's just a dead fish. I'm not digging that one. All right, now we are moving on to the one and only good pant variant for the Sniper, which is the Cami Jammies. These are great. Sniper 1 doesn't have many pant variants to use anyway, so it really emphasizes how important these are for a sniper loadout to have. These are awesome. I love these Cami Jammies. I think they look dope. They're not S tier, but they are paintable as far as I know. They are not paintable. That's a bit of a bummer, but I'm sure they turn blue. I like these. You put these with the Bushman's Boonie and some other camo thing. That's a fun set. I don't mind that one at all. And yeah, Sniper just doesn't have cool pants. All right, so we did Cami Jammies. We're now on the Classy Capper. This thing's paintable, but just a little feather that comes out of it. This thing's okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I think this is a C tier for me. Just kind of like, just eh. If the only word I can come up to describe it, if the only adjective I figure out is eh, I have to put it in C, I think. After that, we get the everybody's favorite Jungle Inferno update. We all remember the incredibly successful and game-boosting Jungle Inferno update, don't we? So these were the gems that, you know what? Some pretty good cosmetics came out of the Jungle Inferno update, despite what that update was. So what else? We also got the conspicuous camouflage from that. Not paintable, but a very cool camo and like jacket variant. I actually like this thing a lot. I'm going to put that in A tier. Cool. Unfortunately, it's not paintable, but I think it's cool. Works with the regular sniper vest. Good item. Very strong item. Most dangerous main. It is paintable. You get to paint your sideburns. Sideburns are funny. This is an example of facial hair that I think is amusing. And the fact that it's paintable, I think it goes right here with it goes right here with this other beard variant. Solid. Good cosmetic. Whenever you can paint facial hair or like hair on your head in this game, funny. Very funny. All right, and now we're on to, now we're on to what I think is probably, I think it's the, maybe not, I think the Outback Intellectual, no, I think this is maybe objectively one of the coolest looking, like, chest jacket variants for sniper. The Rifleman's Regalia. This thing is just, I don't know, I love this thing. Maybe I'm kind of alone on that. It's slightly paintable, which gives a little bit of customizability. I think this thing is just dope as hell. Like, I'm just looking at it. It's so unique. It's so detailed, and it's very vibrant, and it's got a lot of character, and it's, I don't know. I like this thing a lot. So I just think the Rifleman's Regalia is super, super dope. S tier. I don't have a big S tier list, and most of them are animals. The Rifleman's Regalia gets into the S tier. Moving on from that, we got the handsome Hitman. This makes you look like a character in Grease. You got a little cigarette. Is it paintable? Yes. All right, you know what? This goes into the meme hair category. Paintable hair, little cigarette, little pedophile mustache. That's funny, I guess. B tier facial hair. Thanks for the follow, V-Stocks. After that is the puffy polar cap. This is paintable, just the big band going on the top. It's pretty noticeable, though, so I don't like this hat. I don't think it's a bad cosmetic. Just one of those ones that's kind of boring to me. I feel like that's more of a personal thing, though. I feel like I could see how this would be considered cool, but I'm going to put the puffy in C. Just don't super dig it. I feel like even painting this would just kind of look awkward and not great. I think the red already kind of works, or the blue, so really not for me, honestly. What are we on? We just did the puffy polar cap. Now we're on to the down tundra coat. I don't know. Not paintable. Yes, it is paintable, but just on the cuffs. Pretty boring. This thing's a nothing item. It goes C with the polar puffer cap. Just doesn't do anything for me. All right, Crocodile. We're into the Scream Fortress 10 items. There's 3 of them. There's Crocodile Mundi, Highway Star, and Scoper Scales. Probably my 3 least favorite Halloween items. Weirdly, the Highway Star was released in this, but it's one of the only. It's got to be one of the few Halloween released hats that isn't Halloween only, or it's one of the few ones for sniper. We'll do the Crocodile Mundi first. Doesn't even have facial flexing or anything like that, and it's Halloween only. I don't know. I just don't like it. Like, I don't know. I love the kangaroo and I love the bird, but I'm just not digging this one. We're gonna stack C tier here. I don't know. Just not a fan. Just not a fan. I'm sorry. All right. We're on to the Highway Star. I don't know. Maybe you can make like a funny Murica set with this, but I never have. Is it paintable? Just the bandana. You can't even paint the facial hair. I don't know about this one. I'll give it B tier. No, it's C. It's C. It's just not that cool. It's just a big mullet that you can't even paint. Not for me. I apologize. You can make a funny meme set with it, but it's not for me. And the Scoper Scales will go right with the Crocodile set. We'll just add them together. That's cooler than the Crocodile hat, but we'll just combine them. So we're out of the Scream Fortress 10, and we're on to the last 5. One of the last 5. We did it. 96 Sniper Cosmetics. We made it through. Or maybe 95. I think the first row wasn't that. Okay, so we're on to the Bare Necessities. This is paintable. It's the hat with a little, I don't know what's at the side of them. Little earmuffs maybe, a little cigarette pack. Don't totally know. This hat's This hat's kind of cute. Don't hate this hat. Kind of boring, but still somewhat unique. You look like a little English paperboy wearing this. And you know what? Saying that out loud, I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but B tier. Little English paperboy hat, B tier. Easy. Okay, we're moving on to... I love this cosmetic. The Waggle Waggle Wear. It's paintable, just the scarf. I like scarves. I think there are too many scarves cosmetically. This one's well worked into the set, and it's the only part of it's paintable. This is what I would have wanted the Down Under Duster to be. This is a cool, like, long jacket for the sniper. I think this thing's dope. I'm gonna put this in A tier because it's got a paintable scarf. It's not as good as the Rifleman's Regalia, but it's like a very good jacket. I'm a big fan. Okay, and now we're on one of the weirdest, most baffling items ever been released as a sniper-only cosmetic. The Scream Fortress 11 We Are Out of Ideas Cosmetics, Elizabeth III. The tongue of this weird plant is paintable. What a piece of trash. Maybe some people like it. I don't know. D tier. Only reason it's not F is because it's an animal, so it's kind of cute. All right, here we go. We're on to the missing piece. So for those who don't know, Awan, who is in the chat right now, designed these items, and you know, these were approved and put in the game. It's the Waldo set. I also have a Sunbeams version of the missing piece. And listen, you're all gonna come out here and give me the sellout for saying this, but I truly say this. One, just an awesome, just like a really great set. Like, Waldo is so awesome. I love that it's a sniper only cosmetic. I think it's great that it's sniper only. I'm glad it would have worked on other classes too, but I'm glad it's a one set only thing, because it kind of makes it a little unique. And I just think it's an awesome. I love the little tuft of hair that comes out from the missing piece. I love this, just the design of Waldo. I grew up with Where's Waldo books, all right? Like a lot of kids probably did. And I used to read them all the time. So like, it's got nostalgia value, it's funny, it's well designed, and I've got, I'm friends with the Juan and he's great. These are both S tier for me, all right? And I'm not just saying that. My opinion's been skewed because I like Juan's designs, and I have bias because it's a Steam Workshop sniper only set. I'm a big fan. But those are great. That is just a really, really good set. S tier. The Sunbeams version I have of that hat might be my favorite hat I have right now. So that's great. Those hats are awesome. We should all thank Awan for injecting a really cool cosmetic set into the game. And there it is. So there you go, guys. This is the full tier list. All right. I'll small my face up a little bit. There it is. There it is, folks. I'm gonna screenshot.